Hi, this is Pablo Fernandez. I'm going to be talking about the placement, my placement in second year of sports coaching and development, which is Westview Leisure Centre. Basically, what we do there is 2 hours of sports every Thursday. There are two sessions, two 1 hour sessions for like kids between the ages of 8 and 13. Everyone's welcome to come and join the sessions. The first hour, they have a choice. They can do either swimming, they can do climbing, or they can just stay in the sports hall where we do multi-sport sessions. So sometimes we do football, basketball, cricket, dodgeball, different sports. Main point is to get the kids to do physical activity. In the second hour, we got same options, so you can do swimming or climbing, or you can join the sports hall. But we also have a football session with a coach from Preston North End in the community, which it does help a lot to bring more people to come and join us. This is pretty much what we do. We always try and bring people together, get the kids off the streets after they go to school. Which is more suitable for the parents as well, because when they're at school they come to us. The sessions are 4 until 6, so when the parents finish work, that's when the kids, most of the parents finish work, that's when the kids are off. That's when we finish the session. What we try and do is get kids involved in physical activity. So once we do this, we're talking about kids from anywhere. Michael Collins wrote in Examining Sports Development that the main factors, the main problems that you have when you're trying to get kids involved in sport and bring them all together, kind of like talking about social inclusion here. We're talking about different social backgrounds, so the laughs are not going to be the same. You're going to get kids. And we're talking about poverty, we're talking about ethnic, like religions, right? So it's really a tricky one once it comes down to us, because we're actually trying to educate these kids to get them all together. And all the social factor can be the age, obviously. When you're doing an exercise or you're joining somewhere to do exercise, well, you actually have to think that there's going to be people that are going to be younger or older than you. I know it's one of the biggest problems that is now in the youth is bullying. So you gotta be able to kind of like cope with that and being able to educate and get them all to play together and kind of like get them to feel that they belong the same place in the same community. Another one is gender, of course, and in fact, it's one of the problems I think that we've got is that we get probably 75% are boys and 25 are girls. We try and make like different projects in football and other sports to try and get more girls involved, and also we try and get the girls that they come. We try and ask them to bring friends from school, which they do usually. So that really helps a lot. Then also Michael Collins wrote in Examining Sports Development that the main risks that the kids have nowadays are developing health problems by not practicing any sport. So that's why we try and get them to do physical activity and to practice sports with us. Because they can actually develop health problems younger age, and maybe in like 20 years down the line, we might be talking about diabetes. We might be talking about other health problems that they get affected by when they don't do any sport. We also talk about young people gaining weight really young age. That's a big problem. We're talking about obesity, and we're trying to tackle that by getting everyone to come and join our sessions. Everyone's welcome. Another one is I was saying before, dependency on other adults. So as I was saying before, when the kids finish at school, they're more than welcome to just come and join us. So that way they don't have to go home. They don't have to depend on someone else to look after them. We look after them. We are there to educate them. And it's another way of kind of like get them involved in the community. As in, we are part of the community. We are getting them out of their home to be part of the outside. So to be a part of a community where we have like loads of different people from different backgrounds. Basically, that's how they learned. That's how they learn. And another one is another risk is developing poor quality of life through like immobility. So if they don't move, they might have like bones issues or muscles. You never know. But at older age, all these problems develop when you don't do any sports. It is true that sport keeps you healthy and gets you this the feeling of belonging to something, even if it's a team, a club, community. But that's what we try and do. Obviously, when you talk about what we do here, also you depend on what facilities you've got. So Nicholas Holt brought in positive youth development through sport, that the three different types of facilities and venues. We're talking about voluntary ones, public and commercial. Voluntary could be any sports club, so football club, cricket club, rugby club, any club where volunteers work there. So coaches are volunteering there. For example, me, I work for Sir Tom Finney. I volunteer there every Wednesday. It's a good way to get people involved and doing physical activity. Another one is public. So public facilities that you can go and maybe you rent for a couple of hours. So like you book them for a couple of hours. You pay a small fee and you're able to do sport. Another one is commercial. When we talk about commercial side of sport, nowadays becoming all the leisure centres and sports centres, and sports centres are becoming the commercial part of the sport. So in the last quarter of the 20th century, facilities like leisure centres were added to loads of them were added to the UK to get more people involved in the sport. But nowadays they're becoming more commercial, so it's a way to get people to pay memberships to get involved in the sport. So for example now we are Westview and Fulwood leisure centres. That's what we've got in Preston. We belong to the Preston council, but now external communities taking over. So I don't know how this is going to affect us, but the way we work now is I volunteer there. I don't get paid, and other people, so the people I work with, we're all volunteers. So it is a leisure centre. We're talking about commercial, but nowadays, like how we do it right now, is a voluntary work. All of us, apart from the people that actually work there. So I'm talking about 3 of us are volunteers there. There's 4 of us working. So obviously you're talking, depending on the people that you've got working, you're talking about different ways of moving through leisure centres. So it could be volunteering, or it could be commercial, like probably become now with external company taking over. Also in positive youth development through sport by Nicholas Holt, he identifies 2 aspects of facilities in youth sport. We're talking about sports in a school. That we actually we don't take part of it, but we try and get the kids that are in the school to bring their friends And then the other aspect is sports in the leisure time. That's what we do. That's what we call leisure centre. Time that they have off, they come to us and we take care of them. And we do different projects, get them involved, get them to move. Then also this is a good way to get the kids off the streets, and having a lifestyle that could be dangerous for them. So in also by Nicholas Holt in Positive Youth Development Through Sport here, he identifies 4 dimensions when we talk about social inclusion, like talking about streetwise, so like every kid, like all children from different backgrounds. He identifies 4 dimensions. The first one talking about functional dimension. So this is knowledge of the skill and development of the understanding of sport. So this is more about the kids coming to play sports and us educating them in terms of sports knowledge. So they come to us to do physical activity, but we also try and get them to learn different sports from different places, right? I'm a Spanish person. I really enjoy futsal. I played futsal in Spain for 6 years, and that's one of the things that I try and do, get them to play a different sport that they don't really play here. And it's also a different way to learn from like other countries, other cultures, right? It's a different way to play football, but they actually learn it and they know more about it. The second one could be relational dimension. Is relational dimension, and is a sense of social acceptance. So what I was trying to say before, the sport that we do offers them a sense to feel like they belong to something. They belong to a community. There is Westview Leisure Centre community. It's us. So once they start doing sport with us, they feel like they're part of a group of people that go every Thursday and practice a sport, and that's what they get them. That's how they get like motivated. That's why they try and bring their friends. This is a really important factor, because once you get in their heads, once they understand that they belong here, it's easier for them to try and bring other people they feel comfortable with, and then meet new people as well and make friends. And that's one of the things that we really want to do at work, is trying and get lots of kids to feel that they're like part of a team, and he's the team that are there every Thursday at 4 o'clock to do a multi-sport session. The third one would be spatial dimension. This is a really important factor, because we're talking about proximity, we're talking about distance to the leisure centre. Obviously, not everyone's going to be able to come to us, but that's why we've got Westview Leisure Centre, towards Deepdale, and then Fulwood Leisure Centre, and 2 different places, so people can have actually two options. They have access to 2 different leisure centres. We don't do exactly the same sessions, but we do have sessions for everyone to get involved in sport as well, and that's what we want. Get them off the street, get people from everywhere, and get them to get involved, to interact to people that they actually would never interact to. So people that they would see in the street and they wouldn't talk to. Well, that's what we're trying to do, to get them to talk to them, to get them to work together towards the not just a healthy life, but their future as well. The last one would be a power dimension. So this is to get them to feel like they control their lives. So when the kids finish school, not just us, but the parents, but they give them, and we give them, a responsibility that means once you finish school, you go to the leisure centre, you do sport, but also responsibility of we got standards of behaviour They know what they have to do. They know how to behave. If they bring friends, they also have to kind of like they feel like they have to look good. So we give them a responsibility that gets them to have like a bit of control of on their lives, and also sometimes we get to see different types of skills in people, like communication or leadership, in kids that they actually wouldn't know that they have it if they didn't come to us. Because with the games that we do, with the sessions that we've got, we also see kids developing skills like communication or leadership, with people that they wouldn't really talk to in a school or walking down the street. But I think if we like conclude here is that the conclusion of this is that what we try and do is get everyone involved. Me personally, when I was younger, I didn't have the chance to go to a leisure centre. I didn't have the chance because I didn't have one, like anyone near me. So I didn't have the chance to interact with people that are were from like different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds. And what I'm learning from this is that all this learning about other cultures and other people from other countries, that's what I'm doing now at the age of 22. Whereas the kids that come to us, they do all this learning when they're like 8 to 13, which makes me think that we will have a better future with people like this if we carry on working for the community, doing this is getting people from different places to work together. This is we'll see in the future that this is when we get kids now talking to each other. They don't care where they're from. They don't care their religions. This is what we will get in the future. Kids that are ready, kids that are prepared, kids that have had interaction with people that are completely different from them, and kids that actually want to help each other from different backgrounds. Talking about poverty as well. People that just want to help because at the end they become friends. And if someone can come because they can afford it, they might ask, do you want me to give you a lift? This is what I've learned from my placement, that is social inclusion. It's a really, really important part of sport, and that's what we are achieving by doing what we do. That is, every session, bring more and more kids, get them all together and enjoy sport and do physical activity through sport, and get them to interact with people that they wouldn't in the normal in the street, by doing a sport as well. So in the future, if now external companies taking over, but I think things are going to be similar. So I'll be still there working, doing different projects to get more people, to get more girls to come and do sport with us, and it's looking good. So thank you very much.